We good, bro?
All right, shalom, shalom. We're the brothers from GMS Denver. Come back at you with another weekly lesson, man. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory as always unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, rawchaa, qadash, which is the Paleo Hebrew for the name of the Heavenly Father, the Ancient of Days, the Creator of all energy, being Yahweh, and that of His Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, being YAHAWASHI. These be the only names in which salvation may be obtained, whether you have been given the Spirit to receive that knowledge or not. I'd like to give double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Square Millstone, who taught us this truth to the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, and peace, love, blessings, salutations be unto the elect of the nation of Israel, beginning with 144,000 prophets, all the way down to the remaining elect of our nation, prophesied to come out of the lies and the deceits of this world. You see, this black and this brown culture and this dogma that Christianity has set up around this Bible, and coming to the true understanding and identity of who we truly are, man. You see, coming out of all these lies and learning to be separate from this world, man. One of you brothers grab that grab that precept, he who loves his life shall lose it. YAHAWASHI.
I got one real quick.
Con.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee.
Look at that, man. Strive to the truth unto death. You see that? And what will happen if you do this? The Most High will fight for you, man. And that's the understanding we're coming back into. You see? Knowing to be in league with our power. And when we were in league with our power in ancient times, you will see that we were unstoppable, man. None of these nations would dare step up against us during the time of King David, man. During the time of King Solomon, you see? But once we severed our connection to the Most High, we lost our power, man. All right? And so what's happened is Esau has replaced the power in this world, and the whole world has learned to chase after him to benefit themselves in the flesh, man. And we know, according to the prophecies, that this man has an end, and it's rapidly coming, man.
Yep.
So we're going to continue to serve YAHAWASHI, especially being returned, man.
Right.
Our whole lives, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, following and serving after this devil, man. Chasing endless cycle, man. This wicked game of life that Esau has learned to line his pockets through every single life that we've lived, man. So anyway, when you brothers grab that other precept, YAHAWASHI.
This is John chapter 12 and verse 25. He that loveth his life shall lose it, and he that hated his life in this world shall keep it unto life eternal.
Hey, he that loveth his life in this world is going to lose it, man. Because this world is prophesied to be destroyed because it is the world of Esau and his wicked kingdom, man. Just like the time that we're going to get into, which was the time of the rise and establishment of the Greek Empire, man. Which we all know the Greek Empire had an end. You see? So what you had Jake getting in league with this Greek Empire that had an expiration date, that when that came to pass, all that time and energy that they spent trying to be the perfect Greek slave was wasted, man. So you're spending time and energy for a place and for a master who is nothing but a creation, man, who has an expiration date. You see? So Lord willing, we will stand firm into the end and fulfill that lot of the prophets written throughout the scriptures, man. Stand firm unto death and know and understand that the Most High is going to fight our battles for us, man, as long as you endure and overcome through faith. That's what Jacob's trouble is all about. And that's what this scripture that we're about to grab out of the book of Maccabees Shows you, man.
Let me grab
To
one
endure
more,
to the point of death. But Salaki, brother, go ahead.
This just what you're speaking on. This is Ecclesiastes 1:14. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, it is vanity and vexation of spirit.
Con. Everything being done here is vain. Why? Because it's prophesied to be destroyed, man. Vexation of spirit. Jake over here just chasing, stressing, losing his goddamn mind over a kingdom that's going to be destroyed anyway. You see? So you love your life on this side, man, you're going to lose it. You hate your life in this world, and you choose to, well, and I won't even say you choose, but you're given a lot to serve YAHAWASHI, then you're sowing for the kingdom to come, man. That in due time, that work that you're putting in is going to be reaped. We're talking about the Greek Empire being established. That's almost like the equivalent of somebody going and sowing into the Roman Empire, knowing that this is going to be the next thing. And once it booms, you see, you're going to be established with this next empire, man. We are sowing in an everlasting kingdom. Ain't no more Edomite rule. You see? No Greeks, no Romans, no Esau, man. Life is going to be able to flourish once and for all. You see? So we got these small examples of our forefathers who overcame these devils in times past. And now we have the final hurdle, man. Jacob's trouble. That when we overcome it, we're going to have that everlasting rule, man. Go ahead,
All right, the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 3. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach in the Most High.
We've been made dead to this world, man. When you come into this thing and you realize there was a sacrifice made for the elect, you repent. You see, you're taking part in that sacrifice, man. That sacrifice has covered over you. You see? So we've been changed, and we no longer are going back to the same way of living, man. We're starting to sow for this kingdom to come, man. Turning our back on this world and everything right along with it, because everything here is going to be destroyed anyway, man. And these are the thoughts that you got to continue keeping within your mind as we go through these hardships, and as we continue to usher into the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, man, we already see what's happening, taking place here at the end of 2021. We're seeing them they're pushing more draconian measures. They're doing more things to scare you into bowing the knee unto their false idols. They want you to forsake YAHAWASHI, to cleave unto their ways. And that's nothing new when it comes to the heathen. They've always tried to do this to our people, to make us forsake the ways of our fathers, to follow in the ways of the heathen, a way that the Most High told us not to go in. You see? So that's why the things that are written aforetime are written for our learning, because we have examples to look to of our righteous forefathers who stood against the heathen, man, and all the bullshit that they were coming with. And this is what we're going into now. 2 Maccabees chapter 6, it goes into one of the elders, man, a righteous elder of integrity, the elder Eleazar, man, when he was given the ultimatum of eating pork or staying true to YAHAWASHI. And that's what we're about to be faced with this damn, with this Quran. I don't even know if we can say that no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're about to face. That's what they're coming with, man. You know, we have to keep our integrity just like our righteous forefathers have done before us. You had to preset your bar.
Khan, I got it real quick. Just because, at the end of the day, it comes down to choosing the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and not Esau Edom, and trusting in his system. But this is Psalm 23:1, a real short verse. But it says, Yahweh is my shepherd, I shall not want. So really, like the brother Gar was talking about, being dead to this world, you know. We don't want anything because we know we're gonna lose everything on this side, you know.
Yeah, so yeah, man, this is what we have to gear ourselves towards, to be ready to, like Yahawah say, man, lose our life in this world to gain it in the world to come, which is our world, where we have rulership, sovereignty, dominion. Hey, our people gonna be completely righteous and fully tied back to the Heavenly Father. That's what we're gonna lose our life on this side for, man. You see? So this is second Maccabees 6. Oh, my bad.
And again, man, this was during the Greek Empire. You see, so Eleazar wasn't even the Most High put the spirit on him to do this, to not bow the knee, so we can reflect on that today, man. Just like the story of Radshak, Meshach, and Abednego, just like David and Goliath, all these different stories over and over and over about not bowing the knee, man, about standing firm, which is why all these prophecies lead up to what? Revelation 13. And that charagma being etched into the world, but the elect standing firm.
I got you right here. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
See, everything was written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of these scriptures, meaning that we patiently wait and enduring through these hardships that you be going through, these struggles, to prepare you for this ultimate struggle and hardship with Jacob's trouble. You're gonna be patient through it. You see what's gonna happen? Finish off the end of that verse again, Ak.
Oh man, I dropped it. This is Romans 15:4. Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
God might have hope, man. That's going to give us the hope. That's what's going to give us the faith. You see, all these different stories that show you what, man, the Most High ain't no liar. He's made these promises to Israel. He's delivered countless and countless times those who stand firm for his name. So showing you, man, hey, they teach you a pattern in school. Triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square. The next thing that's going to come is the square, man. All we got to do is endure, and the deliverance will come next, man.
So we're going to hop into it. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6, verse 18. There's Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man, and of a well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination, spit it forth, and came of his own accord to the torment. So he was given what? That ultimatum of what? Basically defiling himself with something that's against our dietary law, with something that's against YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, or die to death, man. And he kept his integrity, you see, as a righteous man would. And he still with YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. These are the same type of things that we're going to face here in these last days from the Edomites, man. And the Most High tells us that all throughout the scriptures. But he also tells us what? That none of those things thou shalt suffer, man. You know? We're going to go through a lot for YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI's sake, but at the end of the day, the Most High is going to put us through it all, man. Because this is all the trial of faith. This is all for us to have our faith tested, to be found worthy to be partakers in YAHAWASHI's kingdom. You know? So it goes on to say, verse 20 says what? As it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. But they had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use and to make.
So he had friends that were there, Greeks. And they're like, hey man, pulled him aside. Hey, we'll help you out, bring your own meat. We'll set it up so you can pretend like it's swine. And ain't nobody will know anything. Go ahead,
know what I'm saying? You gonna have motherfuckers you work with trying to coerce you, man. Come on, man, just take the chips, bro. Just get the jab. I got 4 jabs, man. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Eye twisting this shit, hair falling off on one side of his head. All type of shit, man. This is the type, and the thing, we joking, but it's gonna be even worse than that. Your family, because they ain't bought nothing. They gonna go right along with the shit and gonna try to demonize you for not doing it. What's up?
And the Most High is funny, man. The Most High has a sense of humor. You see, because he'll get your ass will be enticed. He'll take the jab for a particular reason, and the Most High will take away, whatever it was that you got jabbed for in the first place.
Yep.
Like for an example, my work, man. They were over here making everybody get jabbed. I didn't get jabbed, and eventually I got fired. And it wasn't even over the jab situation, man. So if I would have really, I'd been like, you know what, man, I'm gonna serve my family. The scripture said, he that loveth his life shall lose it. But I got to do what I got to do. Go and get jabbed, and then get your ass fired, and then what?
Looking stupid.
You see what I'm saying? Or me and you were talking the other day, Halakia, about a particular somebody take that jab to make a situation easier, but then now the reason why that person had gotten it, now they ain't even gonna be relevant anymore, because the Most High just makes these different moves, man, and just is proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that you just got it because of the lack of faith.
Yep.
And now you're gonna get judged for no reason, man.
Yep.
Really no reason other than the lack of faith, man.
Yep. So
it wouldn't have taken much for you just to stand firm.
Yep. So this time we coming into, this is what it's all about. Yeah, you're gonna feel some type of way in the flesh. Your flesh is gonna act the fuck up because that's what the flesh does. It always worries about. That's why King Solomon tells you that there's this mortal house that our spirit dwells in. It weighs down on our spirit thinking of what? Mortal things, man. So when it comes to that, you're gonna start seeing how you can't go in this place, you can't go to that place, you can't do this, you can't do that. The flesh gonna feel some type of way, but you should know in your spirit, this is all happening because this is all the Most High testing me to see if I'm really about Him. So it should even be a question, man, because we know and understand what these prophecies say. We know and understand what the Most High promised to our forefather Abraham, man, that he was gonna give us a kingdom. We still have a rest coming, and this is not the fucking rest, man. Because as you can see, Esau ain't finna stop no time soon, man. He don't come with goddamn. He don't come with juice after juice after juice after juice. It ain't gonna stop, man. Shit. Instead of your body being made of 70% water, it's gonna be made 70% juice, man. You see, this man is not gonna stop. So there is no need to go along with this man. We have greater coming, and the Most High promise, man. So that's what we have to stand firm in and believe in. Yeah, it's gonna be scary. Yeah, your flesh gonna feel some type of way or whatever. But hey, turn that fear into prayers to the Lord to give you the strength to endure, man.
Imagine Eleazar, man. These nasty ass Greeks getting ready to put their hands on him.
Yeah.
All the torture devices and shit that they were doing, man.
Yeah. Because it ain't like he ain't never seen them torture nobody before, because that's what they were doing all throughout the time of Maccabees, man. They were torturing our people, hanging out children from the necks on the walls, all type of shit.
Imagine Radshak, Meshach, and Abednego, man.
Yep.
Jumping into a big ass, it's easy to, the fiery furnace, you got this little picture in your head. Man, actually imagine that shit, man.
Yep.
That's what they were coming up against, and faith overcame it.
Yep. And look at YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI was to the point of stressed out. He was stressed out so bad in the flesh, he was sweating blood. He's our perfect example to look towards. So that lets you know he felt some type of way in the flesh about what he had to do in that sacrifice, man. He was afraid in the flesh, but in the spirit he overcame it. Now look at him on the right hand of the Most High. And how do we know he's on the right hand of the Most High? It's because we live in the spirit, man. We understand these things now. That's evidence that shows us YAHAWASHI was on this earth 2,000 years ago when he made that sacrifice for us, because now we can call upon YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI, man. That's the only reason we can do this. So going back into this 2 Maccabees chapter 6, and 21, it says, but they that had the charge of that wicked feast, for the old acquaintance they had with the man, taking him aside, besought him to bring of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. Hey, and you got all these damn celebrities and all these figureheads of our people. So you know what I'm saying? The so-called celebrities of our people talking about they got the juice or whatever. That they could be bullshit. They could have got a damn placebo. They could have got a false juice. Just so you can be, oh shit, Rihanna took it. That is my favorite singer. Let me get, she got hers, I'm gonna get mine. Oh, LeBron got it. Let me go get mine. He got his. That's my favorite basketball player. And the thing is, you ain't see these motherfuckers take nothing. They can say they got it all day long, but that don't mean they got it. And even if they did get it, it don't mean you follow it. That's why the scriptures tell you what. Follow not a multitude to do evil, man. You see? We're supposed to keep our integrity and stand firm with YAHAWASHI no matter what nobody else is doing. You're supposed to follow the Lord, man. You see?
I saw an article today saying how, because you know how Kyrie Irving, he's one of those guys that is standing firm on not taking it. And I saw an article where Shaq was shaming Kyrie, saying, hey, he's not sacrificing for the team. You know, you got these noble celebrities these nobles, you know, and they, you know, they're in the wrong mindset. They have no wisdom. They're doing the opposite of Eleazar, you know.
Yep.
They're going right in line with the beat of Esau's drum.
No integrity. You know? No integrity. They just completely selling out to Esau and they gonna lose, man. You see?
I got a precept.
You got a precept?
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and or Salakia chapter 31. Or Salakia chapter 30 and verse.
That's just weird, bro. I just thought, I'm like, damn. That wasn't even that cold.
Verse 12, it says, for thus saith Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines.
Because what? Our people are going in a way that's not of YAHAWASHI. They're going into a way that's wounding them more and more and more the further they get down that path, man. Because if you're not walking in the ways of YAHAWASHI, you are losing. If you're not walking in the ways that the Most High gave unto our forefathers, you see, when he brought us out of Egypt, you are losing. You are in a state of decay. Even though it might seem like you're living a good life, you know what I'm saying? You got everything that heart can wish. Guess what? You got it in a corrupt way, man. And that's not how you're supposed to get riches. That's not how you're supposed to get glory. You're supposed to go through the straight gate to get it as an Israelite, man. That's the only way for us to get it. Because the thing is, we were never put here to flourish and shine and be living in the lap of luxury as these Edomites are, man. Because this is their heaven. They're supposed to be living like that. We're supposed to be on the bottom because we're being punished for our disobedience, man. We're being punished for us going against YAHAWASHI. That brother call y'all. You see?
I got one more.
Yeah.
It's Matthew 15 and verse 14. It says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, they both shall fall into a ditch.
And that's what's happening. You got these so-called celebrities leading our people down the path of destruction just because they got a whole bunch of material shit, but they're dead spiritually, man. You see, that material shit doesn't matter. The only thing that matters for the Israelites is what? Serving YAHAWASHI, man. That's our whole duty as Israelites. That's what we're supposed to be doing first and foremost. And when we do that, the Most High adds everything else unto us. And that's why you're about to see the greatest reward any nation has ever received come to the remnant of the nation of Israel because of what? They stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. So we're going to be rewarded for that, Lord willing, to be a part of that no. Because we went through the straight gate, we did it the right way. We got everything in existence because of our obedience to YAHAWASHI and his only begotten son, YAHAWASHI. You see? So you niggas you continue to follow them celebrities as if that's the way to live if you want to, but you're going to go right into the ditch with them, man. You know? That was it, go?
Come.
So this is, I'll let you, brothers hold him. You hold him?
No.
You hold him? Oh, no.
Allah.
This is, back in 2nd Maccabees chapter 6, verse 22, it says that in doing so, he might be delivered from death. You see that? And for the old friendship with them, find favor.
So they try to use their old friendship. Man, I've known you. I know your mom. I know you. Hey, and what did it say? To deliver him from death.
Trying to scare him with them, man. What I want to kill you, man.
Why are you gonna let Esau touch you? Why are you gonna let them kill? Oh, Rawchaa, Meshach, and Abednego, just bow the knee, God damn it. What about your mama? What about your kids?
You selfish, man. I can't believe you doing this. I ain't raised you this way. You know what I'm saying? Especially here all that team. You acting like
I got a quick reset.
You acting like a terrorist. Only a terrorist would do something like this now. Everybody else and their mama take it. Why you got to be so different? Why you got to get expect to hear all this, man? Because Esau is diabolical, man. Not only is he gonna threaten you and your immediate family, he gonna be going after your family members. Like, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill your mama. This is the type of shit Esau. This is the type of shit Esau would do. He would go and get your mother, your father, your brothers, their your nephews, and threaten to put them to death just because you won't go along with the system, man. Expect to be in these situations.
And what yourself, throughout all of that, is the reason that you ain't doing this, that you ain't going along to get along. It ain't because you heard not to do that because Alex Jones. It ain't because you heard not to do that because this guy or that guy told you, man. But because the Heavenly Father said not to, man, the creator of all energy. It shows you that so long as you endure, man, he's going to defend you. You ain't out there on your own behalf doing this. You see? We are out there knowing and understanding that if we endure, man, the Most High is going to glorify his name through us, man. You see?
God.
So let that guillotine come down. Because we're on the final stroke, man. This is the greatest victory that we're approaching here. This ain't gonna be no Eliezer. We're just gonna let Esau make us an example, or Slaki let be an example under righteousness, man. Now you're gonna see us overcome, man. Eliezer is here today, and I guarantee you he's gonna have the last laugh in this day and age, man.
Let me bring this step out real quick. This is Exodus 23:2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
That's what it is, man. We're not supposed to follow a multitude to do evil. We're supposed to follow the few who follow YAHAWASHI. You know what I'm saying? Follow those who are doing the right thing, man. Like the Apostle Paul said, what? Be ye a follower of me as I'm a follower of YAHAWASHI, man. And that's what we're doing. Because it all goes back to obedience to the Heavenly Father. That's what it's all about. So we're not finna go in the way the world is going. And that's why we're going to be hated. Because we refuse to be as the world, man. You see, we're walking in a whole different spirit than the world is walking. The world is walking in the spirit of Satan. We are walking in the spirit of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Since we walk in that spirit, we're going to be hated. We're going to be demonized. We're going to be persecuted. And some brothers are going to be murdered by these damn people. You see? But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we get the victory, no matter how you cut it, according to the word of the Most High, man. The remnant, if we be part of that number, we're going to win. There's no other option. Yes.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3 and verse 11, it says, behold, I come quickly. All right, Slaki. So Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, I'll start there. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
This is the time we're coming in. That time is fastly approaching. It's not fully here yet because we can still maneuver into society without having to go along with these mandates. But the time is going to come where shit is going to be locked down. And the only way you're going to be able to move is by partaking in this damn karate. I'm still don't feel safe saying that damn word. Go ahead, bro.
It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
So this is the time we're entering in. It's about to be fully here very soon. You see, but since we keep the faith in YAHAWASHI, we're continuing on in this truth. We were calling upon the Lord. YAHAWASHI said he would keep us from the hour of temptation. That's gonna come upon all the world, man. And everybody outside of the remnant is going to bow the knee, man. The only ones who are not going to bow the knee is the remnant of the nation of Israel. That's why the Most High said, what? I have 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal, man. You see?
And YAHAWASHI is the only way you're gonna be able to make it through the hour of temptation. You can't have enough willpower to do it on your own without the spirit of YAHAWASHI. You're gonna have people that say, "Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it." But when that pressure is applied, they gonna crack, man. Your family members, they gonna fold. All right, they gotta have YAHAWASHI on their side, dealing with them.
I was just gonna add, under that pressure, under that fire, guess what? The remnant, the elect, are gonna be purified. They're gonna be made to be brought out on top. But all those impurities, all the 2/3, guess what? They're gonna burn away.
All right, Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Next verse it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown."
So it's supposed to what? Cleave unto this truth. That's the first thing we got when we got into the lesson. Strive for the truth unto death. You see? And YAHAWASHI shall fight for thee. Man, that is not written for no reason. That's what the Most High wants us to do. We have the okay to rebel against Esau and this bullshit that he's coming with, man. That's what the Most High wants us to do. We don't have to be afraid of this damn man. You see? You have to understand, man, and this is why this is not for no fucking entertainment, man. What we're doing is not a motherfucking game. You see, this is deadly serious, man. And all you niggas who have been playing and taking this for entertainment, thinking that this is just a damn joke, a fad, a trend, you're gonna see in that day, because we have been here constantly through the spirit of YAHAWASHI telling you that these days were coming and they're fastly approaching, man. 2022 could be that year. You see, this is why we have been going over these scriptures over and over and over again to instill it in you of what you're supposed to be doing. Trusting in the Lord no matter what this devil may come with. And you have the okay from the Lord to rebel against this nigga. You see? Don't go along with that juice bullshit. Don't go along with that charisma, man. Refuse that shit, even if you have to perish. And if you stand firm in your faith, even unto death, man, somebody get Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Bible Kishah.
Yeah. I want to read it in the NIV and the King James. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 5. My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth. My arm shall judge the people, the isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever, and my righteousness shall not be abolished.
That's what's coming, man. Great destruction is coming upon those who are not in YAHAWASHI, but the salvation is going to come to the remnant of the house of Israel, man.
And if I could just read it in the NIV, this is Isaiah 51 and 5. My righteousness draws near speedily. My salvation is on the way.
Who was that talking about? YAHAWASHI. You got it, bro.
And my arm will bring justice to the nations. The islands will look to me and wait in hope for my arm.
Why is that? Why is that? Because you have our people who are scattered all throughout the world. You have our people who are scattered all throughout the world who are returning and believing upon YAHAWASHI, waiting for his second coming so they can be saved, man. You see? All that was made possible by the men of the Lord being on the highways and byways through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI and preaching his word. Now you have our people all throughout the world who are leaving off from Esau to come and cleave unto YAHAWASHI, as it tells you in Isaiah chapter 10. The remnant shall return. You see? You got it?
Verse 6. Lift up your eyes to the heavens. Look at the earth beneath. The heavens will vanish like smoke. The earth will wear out like a garment, and its inhabitants die like flies. But my salvation will last forever, and my righteousness will never fail.
So you're gonna have a lot of people. 2/3 of all people. You see, that's why I tell you that in that day, the flame of the Lord that day from one end of the earth to the other. You see? But nothing is gonna happen to who? The remnant of the nation of Israel, man. They're gonna be preserved. You see? You got it?
All right, the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
So that's similar to what we're reading about with Eleazar, man. He was put in a high pressure situation because he didn't want to bow to the commandment of the king. We're about to find ourselves in those same high pressure situations because what? We refuse to bow to the commandment of the king, man. You see, they're gonna come and snatch some of us out of our homes and take us to the internment camps, the FEMA camps, or whatever you want to call them. You see that? So we can be tried. You see, our faith is gonna be tried to the utmost, man. You see, he's gonna try all manner of tactics to get us to break, to side with them, but you have to understand and know that this is all a test from YAHAWASHI. The only reason this man is doing this unto you is because the Most High gave him the green light to do it, to see how your faith was going to hold up.
Right. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Once again, there it goes. YAHAWASHI told us to be what? Faithful unto death. It's read in Sirach chapter 4, verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death. He's going to give us a crown of life. So that lets us know that we're not going to be in this situation on our own, man. YAHAWASHI is going to be with us. And as long as we keep that faith in him and continue to call upon him, no matter what's going on with us, he's going to give us that strength to overcome and endure so we can't receive that crown of life, man. So we're not going to be in these situations on our own, man. YAHAWASHI, and the angels are going to be right there with us all the way through. You see? That was it. You brothers, what you got, Shabbat?
Yep.
You're on mute, bro.
I got Matthew 10 and 17. It's YAHAWASHI speaking in the red letter. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
But these are the times we're coming into, man. 2022 could be that year that great persecution comes, because we know they're going to start up that propaganda campaign against the Hebrew Israelites, man. You see the slander and the famous. You have men being snatched up to be taken in front of the judges and mayors and the governors, so forth and so on. You see, just to give a testimony on the behalf of YAHAWASHI, man. These are all things that's going to happen, but we have to keep the faith in all these situations, knowing and understanding that it is written for us to go through these things, man. It's going to be okay. The Most High put us in these situations for his glorification, man. Keep that in mind as well. You brothers holding anything over there, y'all?
Let me keep going on this.
Oh, yes,
There's more meat on here. Yeah.
Ahead,
This is verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak.
So we don't need we don't have to be sitting around trying to come up with no dialogue or we're gonna say, well, if he say this, I'm gonna say this. If he say that, I'm gonna say no. We got to do nothing, man. We don't have to take no thought for that, man. Just send up the prayers to the Lord, man. Give you the strength to endure, to say what needs to be said, and when that time comes, the Most High is gonna speak through you, man, as he's been doing this whole time anyway. You got it, bro.
God. Verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. That's it.
There it is. YAHAWASHI is gonna say what needs to be said, man. All we need to do is just send up the prayers and pray to the Most High to work through us to say what needs to be said, and that's what's gonna happen, man. We don't have to be fearing nothing. We don't have to be trying to sit around writing up a script of what and practice your lines and trying to be seen coolish. No, man, we have to do none of that. YAHAWASHI got us, man. He gonna do the job. What's your brother's holding over there, call y'all?
All right, this is Luke 21:13. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
That's right. So all we got to do, oh my bad, you got it.
I was gonna go a little more. It says, and ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death,
And that's what it is.
Go ahead, brother.
And we were just saying that. Expect Esau to go through many links to get you to break and fold, man, because that's the job. He already got your family. Anybody that's not in the truth, like they tell you in the Matrix, if they're not with us, they're an agent, man. You see, and that's what your family, because they can be bribed with $50,000. 50,000 goddamn CBDCs, man. You know what I'm saying? They can give them 1 million CBDCs, and guess what they're gonna do to your ass? Oh, you done. You see, they gonna sell you out.
Hey, Salakia, but I was reading an article about informants, and they say they pay out, I forgot what year it was, but like $3 million or something like that. And they averaged it out of how much every informant got paid that year. They only averaged out to maybe $1,000, $2,000. So,
and guess what? Our people don't know any better. They don't have that kingdom vision like we have. So they gonna think that's a noble thing to do. You know, they really think that's gonna be something to sell out for. You see, but it's all prophecy, man, and we can't be offended at it. Your mom come up against you, your father come up against you, your brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's all a part of this journey that we're on, man.
Yeah.
But YAHAWASHI will give us the strength to endure this no matter what, man. You see?
I got a little more.
You got it?
YAHAWASHI says, verse 17, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, which Elder Tahar, Apostle Tahar always brings it up. You even got spies in the camps, Donnie Brasco's. But there shall not any hair of your head perish. In your patience, pretty much while you wait. Remember Revelation 13, 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So while we wait, it says, in your patience possess ye your souls.
When you go into that word of patience,
you control of yourself.
when you go into that word of patience, it goes into suffering. When you suffering because of what? You're waiting for the day of the Lord to come. So it's suffering, seeing all this wickedness going on around you, man. You tired of seeing it, you wanted to hear it, but you have to suffer that. You have to suffer that until everything the Most High said comes to pass. So in your suffering, possess your souls, man. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay because that's what makes you better, you know.
And I'm gonna get the precept of how you possess your soul. It's in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6. But godliness, which means devotion to YAHAWAH Hashem Yahushai, with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and remnant, let us be therewith content. So just like it says in James, you're not to want nothing, because pretty much they're going to strip everything from us. Just like YAHAWASHI, remember when they crucified him naked. He didn't take nothing up on that cross. So that's how they're going to do us. When you're persecuted, they're going to take your home, take your job, take your family, put you in prison, take your life. So you got to prepare your soul by not wanting nothing. All right. It says, verse 9, this is the last one. I'll do two more, 9 and 10. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. That's why you don't want to be chasing the dollar. You know, make your money so you can pay your bills, but be content with being just, you know, making it. And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men into destruction and perdition. Because those lusts is of the flesh. You want money, you want nice things, you're going to have to sell out for that shit in these last days. It says in verse 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And love is what? Obedience. So when you want money, that's really Satan in your mind. Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. So as you try to make money to make yourself comfortable in this world, you're going to lose your faith and pierce themselves through with many sorrows, which is going to lead up to you either getting the jab, getting your family getting jabbed, you're getting the chip, all right? So really, this is the time to, what they say, trim the fat, start to do with less. You know, start even start training. Even these preppers know that. These Edomites, shit, they're getting themselves down to strict discipline so that they could survive these last days, so-called. And you know, the children of darkness, it says, is wiser than the children of light. There's no future here. So for you to try to strive to build yourself up or to try to make yourself more comfortable here, you're setting yourself up for many sorrows. Did you guys have anything?
This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of YAHAWASHI and for the word of YAHAWAH, and which had not worshipped the beast.
Oh, that remind me, I can't remember his name right now, but he was an Israelite that was actually killed by the Edomites in the past when they were coming out during the Renaissance. And what they were going to do was burn him at the stake. And to try to persuade him, they brought his family, and he had a bunch of babies, lots of babies. That's how you know he was a Jake. And what it was he was trying to get the doctrine true, because you had the Holy Roman Empire, and then you had a pagan Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Empire is when Jake was ruling. All right. And when Esau was taking over, you had Jake still trying to hold to that Holy Roman Empire. And they were killing Jake off. And they brought his family in front of him, and they had him on a stake. And they said, if you just bow to the Pope, we'll let you off your stake and you could go on with your life. And he said, fuck that. And they burned him right there in front of his family. So that, you know, you got to be devoted to that point where, you know, hey, you got to leave your family behind. You got to do it. You got to leave your kids behind. So what? You got to do it. You got to have that faith that the Lord is going to take care of them even when you're gone. That's why really, you know, you got to get your mind right. You got to be in that warrior spirit. There ain't nothing here no more. You pretty much got to get ready to die. You know how they say in the world, your final rights, you get, you know, this is your final rights right now. We're literally living the last days, bro. There is no fucking 2, 3, 4 more years here.
Hell no.
So you got to get your soul ready, pretty much get your, you know, how they say, get your house in order, get ready to check out. That's all that pretty much there is. Get yourself ready to die.
And you said something there that reminded me of jail. You know, when you're gonna get ready to come out of jail, you start getting your, you know, situation in order. You know, all the extra stuff you had, you start throwing it away. You give things away. You don't even care about it. You know, you're just waiting for that date, that rise, that they call your name to get out.
Right. Or what they say, they killed him on death row. They said, ride the lightning. You know, you pretty much do the same thing when these people die on death row. They give their shit away. They start cutting away because they ain't going to take it with them. They know they can't take it. So why are you going to gather a bunch of shit you can't fucking take with you anyway?
You got to be in that mindset, like the scriptures tell you. Now, it ain't nothing wrong with having stuff, but you got to be in that mind of what? Forsaking all at the drop of a hat, at the drop of a dime. You got to be able to say, man, fuck this shit. Whatever you got, like you said, your cars, your clothes, your family, whatever it may be, you got to be in that spirit of fuck all this. Like the Apostle Paul said, what? I count all things dung to gain YAHAWASHI, you know?
And the apostles are for example, because you got to remember when YAHAWASHI was calling them, all right, because they were chosen by Yahweh. Remember, they left their jobs even to follow YAHAWASHI.
So that
they didn't have nothing. They didn't take nothing with them.
Yep. So brothers in that spirit of, what about my job, man? Fuck that shit. The most I take care of it, man. You know, It's all a trial of faith. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be that's what the pressure is for. The pressure is to mold you, you see, into a man who completely trusts in the Lord no matter what is in front of you, man. That's what's going on right now. That's why we have these stories right here written for us to stand firm upon.
That's why you gotta have a trade, because really, if you working, you know, and you suffer on this job and they say, hey, you need that thing. Well, if that's all, you can move to a different thing. You know, that's why you gotta be it says pliable. You know, you gotta be able to make the adjustments.
Diverse.
Right? You can't just be stuck. You can't just be frozen in your head. This is all I could do. You gotta be able to do whatever you gotta do. If you gotta work with your hands, if you gotta fucking whatever, you know, so that you don't have to fall into that trap. Like the Apostle Ramla did a video on that today. He said, you know, if you know they're gonna make you do a thing, you should already be looking for something else on the other side. But if you can't make the, because they said you could have religious exemption,
Yep.
but if you can't get that, hey, fuck that job.
What you holding, bro?
Because you gotta remember, you pretty much they're gonna make everybody homeless. They're gonna make everybody homeless.
Just be as pilgrims.
Right? You're gonna have to be on the street. Even Al-Tar was going into that. You're gonna be sleeping under bridges soon.
Yep, they're buying all the land so they can control, you know, the crops and the,
Right?
you know, production of it.
So you gotta get your soul ready for that.
And which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads.
Right, because they did whatever they had to do not to do it. Shit, you can take my house, take my job, take my life. Fuck you.
Or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
All right, but some men, they're gonna fold. Not all Israel is of Israel. Not every man is gonna make it, you know. But that's why you gotta strive to succeed, you know. You got something?
And that's the goal we look toward right there, because that prophecy shows us that YAHAWASHI's kingdom is going to be established, man. So that should give you that motivation, like, man, fuck this world. Yahweh, the Most High promised YAHAWASHI kingdom, and it's going to happen. See, that's some more motivation for you to say fuck Esau, man, and everything that he's coming with.
You know, I was gonna say, I was listening to the Eric Thomas, that motivational speaker. He was homeless and shit, and he had trash cans, and he said, where people break is because they never thought they could break. So if you prepare yourself, that shit doesn't bother you as much as if you're not prepared. And that's biblical. That's why YAHWASHI said, I told you before, so that you would not be offended at these things. Yep. And he was saying, you know, I have a nice house, I have all this shit, but he goes, I'm prepared if I have to go back to being homeless. And why? Because he said it will not break me. And that's what you got to be ready. You got to be ready so that it doesn't break you. See, if you prepared your mind to, okay, I could be homeless, I could be broke, I could be without anything, I could only have one pair of clothes, that's all I got, then it ain't gonna bother you as much when this time comes. But if you got all these things, remember Lot's wife. She looked back, why? Because all her stuff. Oh shit. I gotta leave this behind, I gotta leave that behind, I gotta leave them. You see? So you don't want all this shit in your way. It says that. It says make your path straight, discipline. You know, I mean, there are so many examples of it, man. Because if you have a bunch of fucking possessions, those are things to hold you back. You know, go ahead, Yoko.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, starting at verse 10 and 11.
I'm sorry, it just came to me. You know, I think it was you, Zion, that said, be like pilgrims, right?
Yeah,
the scripture said.
I was gonna find it.
I was thinking about that. Pilgrims, when they were traveling, you only had a wagon. at the most.
Mhm.
How much shit could you have on a wagon,
Oh,
on
yeah.
a horse, on
Oh,
a donkey,
Yeah, you see these
on
movies.
your back?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so that's kind of where your mind got to be. Is if you got, you know, where your life is in a bag and that's it, and you should
Yeah,
be
right.
satisfied with that.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah, because living in this society today, back in the days before we learned about the truth, we would be, saying, I want that house. And I
Well,
want-"
yeah, because Americans are fucking spoiled.
Oh, yeah.
You got all kinds. You go to the fucking condiment aisle, you got fucking ranch of 100 different flavors. So then Americans, that's why it's gonna break them when they have nothing.
Right.
That's why you don't want to be in an American spirit. Go ahead.
Fine. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Hey, that's that nuclear destruction, and I hope your brother saw that. What Apostle Tara put up. Did Russia declare war?
Yep. Yep.
Right? And they said what Putin said was, we seen what America did to the world, and we're supposed to sit back while you threaten us. He said, no, we have superior firepower. What, should we wait till you get equal firepower?
They
with
got
it?
the Satan 2 missile.
Right? They said, what, we're gonna wait until you get hypersonic?
Mhm.
No.
So they have history
So
there.
he gave him a deadline. Right. So
Edomite against Edomite,
right. So really, and at the same time, you got him bringing out that charagma for the
Sweden.
no, here in America
Oh, they have it in Sweden.
for the verification of your JAB
Oh,
at the same time. So right now we're in the last days of this motherfucker, the final hours. There ain't no fucking time to fucking build anything here or make something of your so-called self here. Pretty much get ready to be persecuted and get ready for salvation. That's it. Fuck this place. Fuck all this.
That was it, you call?
You got anyone?
and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
Hey, can you take anything out of the world? No. It's all gonna be dissolved.
Yeah, a lot of people, they think it's gonna go back to normal, What manner of person are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Devoted to YAHAWAH Shem Yahushai.
And that just further goes in on what we're going into, man. Knowing all these things are gonna happen, what the fuck do we look like bowing the knee to Esau? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck do we look like going along with Esau's bullshit ass beast system, man? When we know, according to the prophecies, according to the will of the Most High, this nigga Esau is going down hard, man. You see, to never return again. So that's why we have to stand as our righteous forefathers did, with great integrity, with our faith in Yahweh Shem YAHAWASHI, man. Knowing that that the victory is written, man. It's already written to happen. We're just waiting for it to come to pass. You see? So I'm gonna hop back in this Second Maccabees. So we're back in Second Maccabees chapter 6.
Oh, that's right there. If I can say Maccabees, what happened to them? You gotta remember, Esau came in on them in the middle of the fucking night, and they had to run out of the house with nothing. And when they had to face Esau, Esau had an army on horses and men with swords and shield, and Israel had nothing. They didn't even have a sword because they had to flee in the middle of the night. So that's how Esau's gonna come in. He's gonna come and you ain't gonna have nothing. That's why you gotta prepare your soul to have nothing. Go ahead.
The Second Maccabees chapter 6, verse 23. But he began to consider discreetly, and as became his age, and the excellency of his ancient years, and the honor of his great head, whereunto he was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly, and willed them straight ways to send him to the grave. Because this was a man that was standing up on his integrity, man, not giving a damn about what the enemy has to say. Because at the end of the day, man doesn't make the rules, man. Yahweh Shem YAHAWASHI makes the rules, and he gave us the laws, the commandments to stand by, man. And that's what we're supposed to be doing as Israelites. But everybody outside of that, they want us to go against the Lord, man. Everybody want us to go in the way that the world is going in. We're not finna do it, man. Because look at the world around you. It's fucking polluted. Everywhere you turn is transgenders. It's fucking homos. It's goddamn lesbians, man. It's adultery running rampant. Murder is all over the place. You walking down the street, you got to watch your fucking back every damn 2 seconds because somebody might come up and rob your ass, man. This is not the world that we're going to fight to continue in, man. We want a world where indwelleth righteousness, as it tells us in the 2 Peter, man. You see? So this man stood upon what? His integrity, and that's what we have to do. No matter what Esau has to take away from us, hey, take that shit. YAHAWASHI said, whatever we lose for his name's sake, we're going to get it back 100-fold in the kingdom of heaven anyway. You see? So it says what in verse 24? For it becometh not our age, he said, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think that Eleazar, being 80 years old and 10, he was 90 years old, 2046, 90 years old, were now gone to a strange religion. And the thing is, we're being watched by the people who watch these videos, so they bring us before the public and we fold. Guess what they're gonna do? But shit, I was learning from here. He folded. I got to fold too. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be like Eleazar. No matter what they come with, we have to fight against that shit through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI, man. And this is what it's got to be. This is the only way we can get to the kingdom, man. You see? Verse 25 says what? And so they through mine hypocrisy, you see that? And desire to live a little time and a moment longer should be deceived by me. And I get a stain to mine old age and make it abominable. Because if he would have bothered me, this story would have been written about him this way it's written. He'd have been written about as a sellout, man. Eleazar who went along with the enemy. And that's not how we want our story to end, man. We want to be those who are talked about in the kingdom of heaven in a beautiful way forevermore. You know what I'm saying? We want our story to end and standing for the Lord no matter what. That's going to be our legacy, man. That's what we think. We're legacy minded over here. Thinking about, you know what I'm saying? We're not thinking about continuing on here. We're thinking about something that's greater than Babylon the Great. We got all of existence coming unto us, man. It's bigger than America. It's bigger than fucking wherever you are, man.
That precept. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 24, it says, but when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abominations that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All his righteousness that he have done shall not be mentioned. In his trespass that he hath trespassed, and in his sin that he hath sinned, in them shall he die.
Because what we're doing right now, we're doing what? We're building up a spiritual bank account in the heavens, man. But if you turn away from doing the righteous works of YAHAWASHI to following the way of the enemy, all that work you've done, man, you see, it don't matter. You have no legacy in the kingdom of heaven. You don't have no stories to be written about you, no songs being sung about you in the kingdom. Because you bent the knee for something temporary, man. The brother Zion just got that everything in this bitch is going to be dissolved by way of fire, man. YAHAWASHI is about to destroy this place from the east to the west, from the north to the south. There is nothing to sell out for. Esau's system is going down. It's written about all throughout the book, man. It tells you that YAHAWASHI is coming as a stone cut out of the mountain without hands to smite what? The 10 toes part iron, part miry clay. This is the time we're living in, man. This nigga Esau is going down. That's a fact. If you want to put money on something, put money on Esau losing, man. You see? He cannot win because it's not written in his story. It's not written in the will of YAHAWASHI for him to win, man. Point blank, period. So there's nothing to sell out for. You see? That was it, bro?
That was on.
Can I get another one? Because that scripture said that he's not going to remember their righteousness. This is Hebrews 10 and 17. And their sins and iniquities will I remember no more. I just want to get down to the point because guess what? The remnant, the 1/3, starting with the 144,000, guess what? YAHAWASHI is not going to remember their sins anymore because they stood fast for the name of YAHAWASHI and did not bow down the knee.
Yep. That's what it's all about, man. Standing firm. The hell with, like, bro, you got to get out of that spirit of fucking thinking Esau is somebody. Esau is nobody, man. Esau is a fucking nobody. Esau is a loser, man. You see, this man, the shit that he's doing is lame as hell. This technological new world order, this shit is lame, man. Who the fuck wants to be put into a multiverse when the most I got all this beauty around you that you can enjoy in first person, man? You can go and touch the water, go swim in the water. Esau wants you to do all that shit digitally, man. Who the fuck wants to live in a world like that? You see, not the remnant, man. We want what the Most High's promise, and that's what we're gonna continue to fight for, even unto death, man. If that's what it's got to be, we pray the Lord gives us strength to endure it, man. You see. So back in Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 26, for it says what? For though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. So you can escape the wrath from Esau for a little bit of time, but you do that shit, you go and get that charagma, guess what's gonna come on your ass? Fire. So you escape the wrath of Esau. Esau didn't put you to death, but the Most High gonna put you to death in an even more grievous way, man. Fire and brimstone is gonna come upon you. That's the judgment written for you going in the way of the heathen, man. Destruction. What's up?
Matthew 10:28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
But how can you know and understand that if you haven't been taking heed to this word as you guys are supposed to be, man? If you're taking this as a joke, you act like this. Oh yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. This is a trend. I got my fringes on everything I wear. It's a trend. It's a fad to you. You're supposed to be getting to the deep things of the scriptures, man. You're supposed to know and understand what happens after death. When you leave your flesh, you go into the spirit world. So that takes away what? That takes away a weapon that Esau can use against you, because that's what he's gonna come with. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna put you to death. But if you haven't been taking heed to the word, you don't understand that your body perishes and go back to the earth, but your spirit goes back to the Most High. So we don't have to fear him that kills the body, man. We're supposed to fear YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, who can do far worse unto us than any man can do, man. You know.
Book of Proverbs chapter 29, verse 25. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahawashi, shall be safe.
So the fear of man bringeth a snare, meaning what? It's going to set you up for failure, man. Because you fearing man, it's going to get you in trouble with Yahweh, Bashim Yahawashi, man. You see? But it says what? That he that trusts in the Lord shall be what?
Shall be safe.
He that trusteth in Yahweh, Bashim Yahawashi, shall be safe, even if your ass is up on the guillotine, man. Even if you're in the concentration camp going through whatever hell the Most High is putting you through to try your faith, just trust in him, you're going to be safe. He's going to pull you through it. You see? And Eleazar, he knew that. So this is what we're supposed to be taking from and putting it into the forefront of our mind, man. You see? That our righteous forefathers stood stiffly for the name of the Lord and endured. You see? And now we're here, read about this hundreds of thousands of years later, about what our righteous forefathers did, how they stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. We want to be found in this lot right here. So it goes on to say, verse 27, 2 Maccabees 6:27, wherefore now manfully changing this life, I will show myself such an one as mine age requireth, and leave a notable example to such as be young. You see that? Talking a example to who? To us in these last days, man. To die willingly and courageously for the honorable holy laws. And when he had said these words, immediately he went to the torment. So that's the spirit we have to be in, man. Knowing and understanding that if we go through this and we endure to the end, there's going to be a reward waiting for us on the other side, man. You know? So we can't lose. It ain't like we're losing nothing on this side because we never had anything to begin with. Like we were talking about earlier, all these celebrities who think they got something, you really don't have them because you don't have Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. You see? And that's all that matters. So we're going to continue to fight, to stand firm, man. We're going to continue to push forth and endure because what? We have greater coming. That's what the Most High promised, man. The Most High is not a God that he should lie. I mean, a man that he should lie, you see? So it says what? Verse 29. They that led him, changing the good will that they bear him a little before into hatred, because the foresaid speeches proceeded as they thought from a desperate mind. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that have the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul I am well content to suffer these things because I fear him. You see that? All that because you fear the Lord and you refuse to be disobedient unto him, man. You see? Because the disobedience lead to a worse punishment than the heathen can give you, man. Hey, look at us. We're up under the curses now. On the bottom of the bottom here in Babylon the Great, and wherever we are in the earth. You see? That's why disobedience.
What did that say, man? That the Most High put the spirit on Eleazar to endure all the afflictions that these nasty ass Grecians put him through, man. Esau don't have that kind of power. Esau can't put the spirit on you to overcome, to endure the afflictions YAHAWASHI is about to put on you. You see? I got a quick precept, brother. This is Isaiah 36:6. It reads, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him.
And that's what's going to happen to any of you Israelites who are trusting in Esau, man. You're going to lose. Why? Because Esau's fate, Esau's destiny is for him to lose. Esau can't even save himself from being destroyed, man. Esau can't save himself from going into captivity. You see,
just like,
oh my bad, you got it.
Just like Pharaoh couldn't defend himself from the wrath of YAHAWASHI, man. You see, so he may look like he's a staff, like something you could lean upon to give you a hedge, give you some type of protection. But really, at the end of the day, man, hey, what do the scriptures tell us? Our enemy in his mouth is sweet words, smoother than butter, but in his heart is drawn swords, man.
Hey. Never trust thine enemy. But like as iron rusteth, so is his weakness. Once again, those that consent unto him shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. This man is going to fucking betray you because this is his MO. He is the devil for a reason. The devil goes into what? He's the damn deceiver, man. You see? You got to go.
Oh, that was it, brother.
That was it.
Yeah, and so hey, if you try to lean upon this staff that looks like it's gonna hold you up, just know and understand that thing is gonna pierce you, man.
You'll be hurt out here. So it goes on to say, verse 31 is the last verse. It says what? And thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a noble courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. And guess what? His answer, his descendants, you see, his family is here in his last time reading these noble works that he did through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. So what? So they can draw from it to know, hey, Eleazar did it. Now he stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. King David, Hananiah, Mishael, Azariah, Daniel, YAHAWASHI, our prime example, man. They all stood stiffly for the name of the Lord, and they're gonna be exalted in the kingdom of heaven, man. You see, because this is not our world. We have nothing to gain in this world. We have nothing to lose in this world, man. We're looking to gain in the kingdom of heaven, man. Where it really matters, our kingdom, man. The kingdom of Yasha Allah, man. You see? Well, that was in the second Esdras. I'm not second Maccabees. Go.
This is John 15, verse 20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than the Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also.
So YAHAWASHI went through it. We're going to have to go through it as well. What did you think? YAHAWASHI went through all this hill and he got his glory. We're not going to have to go through shit. That's why I tell you in Acts 14:22 that through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. There's no other way for us to go. Second Esdras 7 tells us that there's only one path for the Israelites to walk in, and that's the straight path for us to get to that broad place where lies all good things, man, which is the kingdom.
Verse 21. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me.
So we about to go through all this hell because these people are godless people, man. These people are godless. They don't know the Most High. They don't know YAHAWASHI, and that's why they hate us. That shows you. The things they're about to do unto us shows you the pure hatred that these people have for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI. And guess what? It's gonna make, and the deeper we get into this, it's gonna make us hate them even more.
That's right.
You see?
Yeah.
It's gonna make us hate them even more. So it's gonna be a complete fucking clash out here. But guess who's gonna overcome? Those who are standing with the one true living power, man, the Almighty YAHAWASHI, His sons, man. Those who are returning to His sons through what? Obedience. You see?
I hate them with perfect.
That's right. What you holding Shabbat? You brothers over there holding y'all? Start wrapping it up.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 34. Therefore, if so be that ye will subdue your own understanding and reform your hearts, ye shall be kept alive, and after death ye shall obtain mercy. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
That's right. And that's what's happening right now, man. You see? We're laying the foundation for our legacies to be talked about in the kingdom of heaven. Every man to be elect, Lord, when we've been part of that number, we're gonna have a book written about us, man. Our name is gonna ring bells through eternity, man. That's the type of glory we're about to come into. You see? Guess what? And all the people, all of our people who sold out inside 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, them niggas gonna be left here with Babylon the Great. All their collection of music gonna be burned up. You see, ain't nobody gonna be rapping no damn H to the Izzo in the kingdom of heaven. H to the Izzo. Ain't nobody gonna be saying that shit in the kingdom. We're gonna be singing songs about YAHAWASHI. We're gonna be singing songs about King David. You see? We're gonna be singing songs about Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Dubois, Elder Apostle Rakah, Elder Apostle Ramla, the bishops of Connecticut, man. The elders of all the camps, the heads of all the camps, the younger men of all the camps who stood for the name of the Lord. Those are the songs we're gonna be singing in the kingdom, man. You see? And we're gonna have songs of mockery for these fucking Edomites, man.
That's right.
You see? Mocking their ass. This is what we fighting for, man. For us to finally come back into power as the Most High has always intended us to be, man. That top nation. That's the first blessing in Deuteronomy 28:1. Putting us above all nations forevermore, man. That's what we fighting for. Yeah, that was it, Zion?
Yeah.
What you got, your call?
No, go ahead.
Okay, and I just wanted to point out, Eleazar, he was, which his name is Allah Izar, which means God helps, and he was beaten to death.
Yep.
And it said that he was covered in righteousness, though they tore his clothes off him and made him naked. Let me get that. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors, which reason offereth. And that's what Esau's gonna try to do, is cause you to lose your faith, that the Lord ain't gonna protect you. All right. It says, and the expectation from within being less. So that's why he's gonna do these things, to try to make you doubt the Lord. That's why you got to prepare your heart for these things to happen. You may take that beating. You may be beheaded. You got to face it. If you're not afraid of it, you got to face it. It says,
man, this the thing, bro. What are we trying to get to? We're trying to get to the kingdom, right? We're trying to get to that salvation. If these things are in our way to get to our final goal, guess what we got to do? We got to run through that shit. It's going to hurt. It's going to be annoying. You know what I'm saying? But guess what?
It says in Wisdom of Solomon 3 that the righteous will not suffer the pain.
Because what? Our mind gonna be focused on what? The Lord the whole time. He because the thing, the Most High know that we're not built to endure this on our own, man. That's what we have to understand. We as men in these weak ass bodies, we're not built to endure all this on our own. So the Most High gonna have to pour a spirit into us to overcome and endure this, man. So that's what we hoping in. You see, like we ain't out here bragging like we the toughest, you know what I'm saying? We the biggest, baddest, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers on the planet. We telling you that we're gonna get through this because of YAHAWASHI pouring his spirit into us. You got it, bro.
If I may add, you were saying something, but right now everything's just a distraction. Everything right now that is a distraction from us being distracted from YAHAWASHI. So when all of this comes upon us, guess what? We're gonna be more focused on YAHAWASHI and not have to worry about all these distractions anymore. About working, paying your bills.
So in all actuality, the system collapse is for our benefit. Esau coming up against us is for our benefit because we know what the game plan is. Like what we ain't like men who didn't take this serious, man. That's the thing that we have been practicing this day in and day out for years.
Because if you look at whistleblowers within the government system, what they do to them, they take everything, they put them in jail, they put them in suicide watch, they take all their clothes off them and put them on a little jumpsuit. You know what I'm saying? So hey, when Esau comes in as a flood and takes all that away, guess what? Hey, our focus is going to be 100% on YAHAWASHI if we are those part of that remnant.
It's single now, bro. Like brothers are in the zone now. But when all that shit is taken from you, your car note, your rent, having a you know what I'm saying, go to the grocery store to get when all that shit is gone and you can just laser focus on the Lord, it's gonna take us to another level, man. You see, we're gonna be on the level with the Most High, beyond like higher than what we are right now, man. You know, you gotta go on.
It says, and the expectation from within being less counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. And like YAHAWASHI, our Lord and Savior, which our master, when he was being crucified and tortured, remember they tried to offer him a drink to numb the pain?
Yep.
And what did he do? He rejected it because he was willing to take that full pain. You cannot be afraid of this.
Yep.
Right? And being ignorant, like ignoring it, just like pushing it off, that's going to bring that torment. In fact, when you face it, you'll be able to overcome it because you prepared your soul. Let me get one more. This is YAHAWASHI in Matthew 6, verse 24. No man could serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. And the brother read it earlier where the servant is not greater than his master. So we have to do the same thing as YAHAWASHI. And you got to remember, all the apostles, which are the foundation of the kingdom of heaven, we got it in writing what they had to suffer. But with our faith, you're going to be able to overcome the fear. You're going to be able to overcome these things. Remember Peter, Apostle Peter, when YAHAWASHI was about to go face death, and he said, "No, Lord." And he said, "Get behind me, Satan. For you're worried about the flesh. I'm worried about the spirit." The spirit is mental. The flesh don't want to do it, but you overcome the flesh through the spirit by preparing your spirit. You know, mind over matter. And the way you do it is that's why I got that other one, is the purpose. You're not dying a 2/3 death if you have to do it. You know, the Lord's going to choose who he chose, but the men that got to suffer that death, they're not going to die like a 2/3 all weak and sin. They're going to die in honor and glory, and they're going to receive a great reward for that. But them that also live, hey, you got to go through certain things too. You know, everybody has their own part, but you got to prepare your soul. And if you don't prepare your soul, that's what's going to cause you to break and actually submit to Esau. Esau ain't shit but a tool, man. In Romans, it says that if you do good, you don't have to fear Esau. You see, because the death is a good thing. You know, it's not a bad thing. That's why it says, no man that's of the Holy Spirit could say that YAHAWASHI is a curse, because the dying for the Lord is not a curse. It's a blessing.
Because the thing is, whether you live or whether you die, you live and die to who? YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, man. So we can't lose. We keep our faith in the Lord. We can't lose no matter how you cut it, man. The elect don't, Lord wouldn't be a part of that number. The elect can't lose no matter what. The game is rigged for them to overcome, whether that be by guillotine or whatever else the most I feel like doing or have written in their story, or whether that be them being here, escaping that destruction, and YAHAWASHI taking them up on the chariot. Regardless, they win. It doesn't matter. You see?
Right.
You know? So I will end it on this right here. This is Revelation 14:13. It says what? And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead, which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors and their works do follow them. You see? So no matter what happens, man, if we die in His faith, everything that we've done for the Lord is going to follow us into the heavens, man. That's on the, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual database, or however the Most High is keeping track of it, man. Everything that you've done for the Lord is going to be right there. And guess what you're going to receive? A reward. You're going to receive a reward, man. It doesn't matter. Esau can't do shit, man. Esau can't stop us from getting the kingdom of heaven. It's the Most High promising it's going to happen. You see, Esau is just a fucking obstacle that's about to get ran through, man. You know? You got it, go.
So that's what it is, man. All of these examples that we have throughout the scriptures of those that have given up their lives in this world for YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, and now we're approaching this final end, man. You see, so how much more than any other time on the face of the earth throughout all of history, better to stand firm than now.
Yeah, bro, that was it. You can wrap it up.
Hey, so with that, man, Lord willing, edifying.
I got one more to ask you guys.
Go ahead, brother.
Close up, but they said he had one more.
I just have one more if I can.
Oh, count. You got it.
Go ahead, Carl.
Okay, this is Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 30. But when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that hath the holy knowledge that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in body by being beaten, but in soul am well content to suffer these things because I fear him.
That's the spirit, because that's the chapter we just read that, you call.
Oh, did you?
That's the spirit. That's the spirit though. That's the spirit though. That's the Most High reaffirming, man. That His men are willing to die because we fear Him, man. Because at the end of the day, Esau has nothing to offer us, man. Esau's way is a way of death. All you got to do is look the fuck around you, man. Open up your goddamn eyes and look at what Esau's brought to the world.
Hey,
We want life to flourish on the earth. You got it, bro.
Somebody who's not promised life himself can't offer you life, man. He's been promised death. You see,
the Most I told you. The Most I said He is what he is as death in hell.
Yep. Hey, man. So we got the answers, man. All we got to do is endure. You see, the Lord willing to edify, and Lord willing, the elect hear this, man, and stand firm and be able to endure this time that we have ahead of us, man.
That's right.
So with that, we'll give all praises, honor, and glory once more unto Yahawah, Bahashim Yahawah. Double honors unto the elders and the apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and peace, love, blessed salutations of the sincere elect out there who will stand firm, who will overcome, and who will be the foundation of this kingdom, man.
That's right.
Shalom. Wow.
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 Wow.